Hello and welcome to my home. Today we're going out in the garden to pick some greens to cook. I'm going to be picking turnip greens and kale from my garden, and then I'm going to cook them very simply. You don't have to worry about buying any special ingredients, and it's going to be so tasty. But before we go there, I want to let you know I have other types of videos on my channel. I have container gardening, where I show you how to grow a variety of vegetables in containers, meditation videos, product reviews, and other easy to cook videos. So come on, let's get started on those greens. Here's the large container of greens that I'm going to be picking. In addition to the greens, here I'm going to also pick some turnip greens, and they're over in the other section. I have this container of turnips and that container of turnips. Now I'm going to pick all these greens and cook them together. I'm going to show you how I cook them. And I'm also going to show you how I pick these greens so that I can get another second growth out of them, so that they can keep growing throughout the fall season. So basically I'll harvest in a way that they can grow back and then harvest again for multiple good eating. So basically you're picking these right down here at the base so that they will come back up. So you're not going to pull the plant out and you're not going to harvest it up here. You want to harvest it down here. Also, you want to leave the smaller leaves. You're going to just pick the bigger leaves. Leave the smaller internal leaves so they can continue to grow, and make sure you don't, kill off the plant. So I'm washing the greens in a big pan. I'm filling it up with water, and as it fills up with water, I'm breaking off some of the stems. Actually, I'm going to break off all the stems. Even though these are kind of nice and tender, the stems are still going to be a little too tough to include. And I kind of swish them around. And then I drain this pan, and I do this about 3 times. And the water, the first time, you're going to encounter things like, little bits of dirt and that kind of stuff. And that's natural because they're growing in the ground. So once I get all these nice and rinsed off, I'll show you how I cut them up. So I like to chop up my greens fairly fine. So there's the old, what they call the cigarette or cigar method, where you lay a couple, or I should say several leaves together. It's super simple. Let me take that stem off. I missed that stem. And then you're going to fold it like that, and then you just make little ribbons. And why you do this is you want all the salt and pepper or whatever flavorings that you're putting into your greens to make it way all the way through all the other leaves, and not have the seasoning stuck on just a few of the leaves. I'll tell you this story as I cut some more. My mom, when she was younger, she said she had a great aunt. And, this is down in the South, and so they always have each other over, for Sunday dinner. And it was, I guess, her great aunt's turn to make dinner for everyone. So she was doing collard greens, and she did not chop them up. She left them all in whole leaves. And my mom said that everyone said, these greens don't taste like anything, because the leaves were so wide that it couldn't get all the way through all that seasoning. And so I always remember that story when I do my greens, that you really do need to chop them up so that all the flavorings can get all through your dish. And you won't have flavoring stuck on just a few of the bigger leaves. And I'm going to do the rest of this, and we'll come back. Next, I'm going to come back and show you how I do what I call the secret sauce to this. We're going to do some nice smoky bacon instead of doing pork fatback type of seasoning that they traditionally do. But bacon is very good in this, so we'll return. So I got all my greens nice and chopped up into ribbons, and I'm going to do my bacon next. Now I'm going to put my bacon in the broiler. I'll show you that in a little bit, but you can also fry your bacon up into in the microwave. So the frying of the bacon will help render out all that yummy grease and smoky flavor. So you're going to save that grease, and you're also going to save the bacon, because we're going to toss that in there with the greens after everything is done. But let me show you my bacon. So I'm just using regular, store-bought bacon. I picked up the lower sodium kind so I can control the salt a little bit better. And for the amount of greens that I have, I'm thinking 8-9 slices. So I got the bacon out. It's nice and crispy, and I'm going to drain the bacon, and I'm letting as much of the oil and grease drip off the bacon as possible back into the pan, because we want to save all that. So I poured the grease into my pan. You can see little bits of bacon in there, and the grease covers about the bottom of this pan. So that's a good amount of grease. And I'm going to put the onions in there and fry it. I'm not trying to get it golden brown. I just want to get a little bit of that onion flavor into the oil as well, and then I'll add my greens. The greens are nice and done. Now I did taste them. I think they're going to need a little more salt. Before I do that though, I'm going to put the bacon in there. And I'm just going to crumble it up in there. I think we had about 10 slices. So that's going to be nice and yummy. And you can break them up as small or as large as you want. Get that stirred up in there, and I'm going to take a taste. That is so good with that bacon. Maybe just a teeny tiny little bit more salt. I did use that low sodium bacon so I can control it. And if you wanted to gild the lily a little bit, you could put some little olive oil on here before you serve it, or just a small little dab of butter. But I think as it is, this is absolutely delicious. If you like that video, hit the thumbs up like button and consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I've uploaded a new video. That's it for now. Bye-bye.